I am quite smart. Okay, we got me. So that's the audio output, or input. I need audio output. Actually, yup. We'll do this one. Talk. Heck. Okay, we're gonna remove that one. Hold on. Minor technical issues. It wouldn't be a Who Approved This Stream if there wasn't one. Okay. Why are you not working?
Well, are you doing it to your headphones?
There you go. It was my headphones have a Synapse thing, a THX Synapse thing, and that wasn't working, so
I'm just waiting to hear it on my end, so that way I know we're good.
It's good now. I believe. I don't know if the chat is working correctly on my Streamlabs. So we're just gonna check.
We could do a check. I can type some.
It is. I think we're good. I think we're fine.
Drop.
Hey Bailey, do we want to put a chat feature on this screen or no? Like a chat box?
Up to you. I don't care for it much, but if you want to, that's fine.
It would mess up the whole feng shui.
We can rearrange stuff.
Maybe.
Like I can not now, but like at a different time.
Mm-hmm.
Who would support me if I made comics? I would.
100%.
Dude,
I love comics.
Comics are amazing, and we need more people to make them, and I believe that you'd be really good at them. So do it.
I believe in you.
Conversation suggestions. Please. Just putting that in the chat so it's there. Yeah, no, so definitely no. Do comics. Actually, I was reading a comic earlier today. I was reading Doctor Strange.
Ah, nice.
And it was actually, I was confused at first. I was very confused at first.
Yeah.
And then it's like by the time you get to like the third comic, things start making sense. It was like, you good?
I messed stuff up a little bit. It's
fine.
What did
you do?
It's fine. We're back.
What did you do, Ev?
We're fine. It's fine.
I don't believe you.
It's
ever.
Fine.
Oh God. Okay, so Grizzly's like, okay, what did the frick?
Okay, space. No, we're not doing that.
Evan, I saw what you did, by the way. It was just
we're not
me.
doing the We're not doing the improv scenes. We're just trying to figure out something to talk about.
Yeah, we just want like if you got any like things you want us to talk about. Or
I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch tonight, so that's exciting.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
What are you streaming? Never mind, I can't make it.
I don't know.
Humanoid race stands between 7 and 8 feet tall and can summon fire.
That'd be cool.
What?
That'd be dope.
Oh wait, is that your comic? Because if that's your comic, that's insanely lit.
Oh, yeah, if that's your comic, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's sick.
I love that so much.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Night. He wants to know where you are streaming.
Gosh dang it. You can follow me on Twitch at... I don't know if that actually... Hold on, let me see if the URL works.
I was going to say, I might be able to pull up the URL because I found it yesterday.
Holy crap, it does go to mine.
Yeah.
Amazing. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/awesomedog92.
I'm going to be putting a link in the chat.
Yay! I'm gonna do...
and then,
I think I'm gonna do 100% Dark Souls 3 run.
Okay.
But I'm gonna make it a Dex build, which is gonna be exciting. Actually, I might go for like a... I've never done a spellcaster build in Dark Souls.
That would be interesting.
And
Also,
there's
this red spot right here is driving me crazy. Sorry, continue.
there are sorcerer um spells that are like swords. So I
Mhm.
kind of want to do a sorcerer sword build.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Uh and then you can get the Moonlight Greatsword like way late in the game. Um actually that might be I might have to fulfill a covenant for that. I can't remember. Um
Mm.
but it's going to be my first it's going to be my second 100% run, but it'll be my first sorcerer run, which would be fun. Cuz
What
I've
else are
never
you
done
thinking you're gonna do on there?
What else am I going to do?
Well, yeah, because obviously you're gonna stream mainly games. So like, what other games are you gonna play?
Oh, for sure. I'm going to play Valorant. I'm going to play
You
probably
should play AC3
Dauntless.
because that video is probably never coming to see the light.
AC3. Yeah, I'll play some Assassin's Creed games. Um if that's not happening, then I'm going to
And
finish the game.
I
Um
genuinely, I don't think we did it right. If we
that's
want to
fair.
try doing something like
Yeah.
that again, we need to do something different.
Yeah. Um I would love to do more Dark Souls stuff. I have all 3 games. I've only played Dark Souls 3 for a majority. I played Dark Souls 1 a bit, but I never got very far.
Oh, you know what I think you'd really like?
What?
You need to play. Oh frick. Oh, what's the name? Hold on. Wait, I've been workshopping my comics since 5th grade, so 5 years of ideas, and finally planning on getting the tools to make webcomics. Do
Hey,
it.
that's sick. That's awesome.
Do it. Do you do it? Do you do it by hand? Do you do it digitally? Like, how do you do it? Because if you do it digitally, I might have some things that I could suggest you to do.
Well, he's saying webcomic, so I'm guessing he means digitally.
Well, webcomics actually can accept both
Oh,
because
that's fair.
if you hand draw it,
And then
you
you
can
can
scan
scan
it.
it. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Um, in my opinion, digitally is easier. But also, let's see. Also, do you need the information on how to get Moonlight Greatsword?
No,
Do you need that?
I can look it up, or the 100% run will have it.
You could, yeah, I was gonna say you could figure it out.
I have a PDF for the 100% run, so
Oh, do you?
yeah,
That's actually pretty dope.
I found it on Reddit.
Of course you did.
I
What the
just
frick was
Googled
it?
it and I found it.
What was the game? Outer Worlds. You need to play Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
Mm-hmm. So basically, it was Obsidian Games. They were making they were working on Fallout New Vegas with Bethesda, right? We are not sponsored by them.
Sponsor me.
I wish.
I wish, dude. I love Propel Water. I love it. I don't like that I keep using the bottles, but I
Oh
love
yeah.
that water. Yeah.
I've been doing it hand drawn for now, but I'm gonna get a laptop and a drawing tablet. Dope.
Nice. Nice. That's sick.
If you're used to doing it on paper, something that might help you is getting a tablet with a screen.
I think that's what he meant.
What?
I think that's what he meant. Like a drawing tablet.
Yeah, they make them without screens though. They could. There are just
Right.
tablets that
Right.
they
it's
just
like
sit in
it's
front of
kind
you
of
and
like
you look at the monitor.
yeah, it's kind of like a mouse pad.
I
Right. I forgot.
definitely suggest using a screen one.
As for the games
They-
I've been playing,
Yeah, no, definitely.
because I wanted to say it.
I know
that's
we were trying.
That's
to get
why
there,
I brought it up.
I know you did. No, but oh,
I've been playing this,
yes.
and it is very, very good.
Nope,
And
starting with a screenless. More power to
wow,
you then.
go for it,
More
dude.
power to you.
Yeah, honestly, that seems really tough for me.
I
don't have the
yeah.
coordination for that.
I got one with the screen just because I was like,
This is
I
rated
wouldn't
T.
do well. Yeah. Not a whole lot that goes on in there.
Right, but there's a lot more swearing than I would have guessed for a rated
Okay,
T
and
game. No, I'm just saying for like a rated T game, like Dark Souls, there's like no swearing. There's just a lot of gore, but that's rated mature.
yeah. Oh, also getting a new phone. dope. What are you getting? Unless you don't want to tell. I don't care. I'm curious. I'm a tech guy. I always like
nice.
knowing things. But no, you need to play Outer Worlds. So basically,
Is it on Steam?
it probably is.
Oh, this is
Obsidian
gonna come up
Games,
on.
they
Oh, it
were
came up
working on Fallout New Vegas, right, with Bethesda,
Right.
and they were doing well, and they were like, hey, we want to do this, that, or the other thing, and they were like, Bethesda was like, no. So they were like, all right, fine, we're just gonna go make our own studio. So they did, and then they made by far one of the best games of the year.
Outer World. The Outer Worlds.
Yep. I'm on a budget, but you know, 300 out of nowhere, getting
Uh,
the LG K51.
it's not
Dope.
released
Actually,
yet.
it's not released on Steam yet. If you're using my Game Pass, you should be able to download it.
Oh, cool. It kind of looks like Borderlands. Like a mix between Borderlands and Fallout.
It's basically that, yeah.
Okay. It's a little. I mean, I'll try it for sure.
I think you would just like the combat of it.
Fair enough.
I also think you would like. There's a whole thing where it's like you can just be an idiot, and the game will like give you choice options where it'll literally be like dumb line, and it makes no sense and it doesn't progress the story in any way, shape, or form. But it's just hysterical.
Yeah.
Grandma has style 6. Oh, that's cool. Nah, I've never had an LG, and I'm gonna stick with not having one. I forgot to tell you, I can compress dimensions now. I'm sorry, you can what? You want to run that one by me again?
Nani the heck?
You got me saying that, and I'm so upset.
You're welcome.
No, screw off. That's fine. I single-handedly made you get bet stuck in your head more.
That wasn't single-handedly. Hannah says it more than you. Well, I
No.
spent more time with her. She said.
There you go.
I heard a lot more bets from her than from you
I was gonna say ask Gabby because I say it a lot.
over the
I
years.
can make a car fit in a shoebox. I can too. It's called a Hot Wheels car.
I can make a bigger car fit in a shoebox.
Should I be concerned?
Or an ocean fit in a bottle. That's cool. Ooh, I want to play the Dishonored games.
Those are so good.
I need to finish Doom.
I love the Dishonored games so much.
The BioShock games.
The weight stays the same. The weight of the ocean?
Assassin's Creed. Ooh, Amnesia would be fun.
I low-key want to play Amnesia, but I also don't want to kill myself.
I want you to play Penumbra. I think Penumbra's creepier than Amnesia.
Is Penumbra worse? Because we made it a little bit. We did a little bit of Penumbra.
Yeah, Penumbra's great. I can make a human pop like a cherry. That is.
I don't know why, but my brain went
harsh. No, don't even say it.
I was gonna reference a movie, but okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, then go for that, yeah.
I was gonna say Resident Evil. Like the Resident Evil movies.
Right. Never saw them.
My mom watches them all the time. I have like different bits of them. I think of like the elevator scene where it's like they're all lined up at the elevator opens up and then they're just destroyed. Man, just downing.
It was empty, basically.
Yo, if we got an offer, like like every YouTube channel feels like it's like an offer from like Raycon.
Raid.
Raid Shadow
Raid
Legends.
Shadow
Would,
Legends.
would we take it? I don't feel like I would take it.
I
I
would take it.
personally don't feel. I don't
I
know
I
because
have personally played Raid Shadow Legends.
okay, fine. Then you do all the bits for it. Then
I would do it because like I actually enjoyed the game. I just don't keep up with stuff like that. Although I've been playing like I've been playing two games sort of like Raid, that I've been keeping up with every single day.
mine is.
So
What's your guys' favorite instrument? Mine is bass and electric. Um,
my favorite instrument. I don't play an instrument.
yeah, what's your favorite instrument to listen to?
Piano.
Really?
I love the sound of piano.
Um, my
But
favorite
like
instrument to
soft piano.
play. Yeah, piano's really good actually. My favorite instrument to play is. I really enjoy playing the bass. I hate it. I hate it so much, but I enjoy playing it. Um, but my favorite sounding instrument is the a mini piano is the best way I know how to describe it. It's like little metal things that you can pluck. Um, let me see if I can. Hmm, hmm. I don't want to acknowledge any of that.
Neither do I.
You want me to show you a picture of a kalimba?
Sure. The 80s are some of my favorite things ever.
This is a kalimba.
Oh, that thing. It's got like the
Yeah,
tongs that you kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
They sound so amazing.
They're interesting, yeah. But I love the sound of piano. And I love guitar solos.
Um,
Someone shreds on a guitar, I'm like, yes!
freaking every
Yes!
time at the Black and White Gala when Caleb goes up every year, it's like I'm
Oh,
just like,
I'm
just
just
hit
like,
me,
yes, Caleb, do
just
it.
hit me more.
Do it!
I actually
Michaela
have my
says,
acoustic right
Michaela
behind my
says she's
green screen.
sorry that she's missing the stream.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
not a big deal.
we've been actually doing pretty well consistency wise.
I haven't. For Let's
Uh,
Chat, yes. And like viewers, yeah. But like, did you listen? I would do it. I would take a raid sponsorship.
I'll think about it. I think the reason I get stopped is because like everyone has it.
Right. But here's the thing. I would never promote a product that I didn't like myself.
No, and I'm the same way. And so if you say you're all for it, then I'm like, all right, then that's fine.
Like
I can
I
agree with that.
enjoyed Raid Shadow Legends. I played it for a while. I liked it. Um it was fun and I could just have it go while I was playing a game or something. Like it was great. Um
Just casually raid. Just gonna don't mind me here.
I take it 2K every time they ask me to, I'm in. I don't but like if somebody was like, "Hey, we we out of the blue is the first thing I thought of. If Apple came to me and was like, "Hey, we want you to promote the next iPhone." I'd be like, "No. I don't
I'd
like
be
your
like,
phones."
yes,
I'd be like, "I don't like your phones. I'm not going to promote it." Now, if
and that's where
Google
I
came
come
to
in
me
and
and
be
was
like,
like, "Hey, we want you to show off the Pixel 5 or whatever," I'd be like, "Absolutely." In a heartbeat.
I would actually accept both of them.
I wouldn't. I
I'd
would not
openly
accept
accept both.
unless Apple came to me and was like, "Hey, we'll pay you 10 grand to do this." If it's anything less than that,
Uh,
I'd be like, "No, I don't think so." That makes
woo.
I don't own one. I don't own one. If they asked, I would. I wouldn't. I don't like Apple phones. Their batteries are absolute trash. I will crap on iPhones immensely because I had an iPhone 5. I'm not saying this out of like I've never owned an iPhone. I just love Androids. No, I owned an iPhone. It was absolute garbage.
I've never had an issue,
I
so I stand where I am.
my battery on my iPhone 5 would die within like 3 hours.
What'd you do on it?
sometimes it would just be in my pocket.
The question I always ask is what's running in the background, because there's always something running in the background.
Right, but like I would use it for social media and like a few games here and then. But like it was absolute trash. This one, when I got it, now I've burnt the battery a lot in this one. Um but when I got it, it would last all day and I didn't have to charge it. But now I'm on it constantly and
Right.
but like today I had it plugged in. I had it plugged in last night. It was at 100%. I unplugged it, went to sleep, woke up. It was on 70%. Plugged it into 100, and that was over 5 hours ago, and it's on 70% still.
Uh,
Look, I take all offers so I can increase my own gain, become my own studio, and then sponsor others. That'd be dope, but like I don't know.
it's not a good idea. It's not a good way to start though, because if you
Yeah,
take all of them and you don't necessarily believe in that product, then
then
you you
nobody's gonna
yeah,
believe you. That's why I'm saying like I would only do it if I actually used it.
bro. I am hardcore looking for this. I do not
Ooh,
see one.
speaking of which,
Um,
I gotta look. Dude, that
what,
that
what
beta
up?
testing platform that you got me to,
Yeah,
they have sent me like one thing to apply
yeah.
for, and I didn't get it.
I'm looking for a new one, honestly.
I use what's it called? What's it called? Where is it? Okay, it was. Oh wait, it's on my other one. I forgot. I use Beta Bound. Um, because my best friend is a Beta Bound ambassador. Um, wait, why don't
All
I
right,
just?
so I'm looking. Okay, the way I would run my channel would be like an anime version of my own comics, and the sponsors would be like commercial breaks. Mm, it's not a bad idea.
Wait, okay, the way I would run my channel. I mean,
But it's not a bad idea. It's just the thing about it is like if you want to sponsor other people,
yeah,
you just got to be careful with that too.
I don't think I got that
Um,
one. This one I might get though. Oh sweet, I did it. I think.
yeah, so I'm looking for things, right?
I'll read over this later.
Because I'll do stuff if we get um like a sponsorship from Raid or something.
Yeah,
It's like we'll make stuff for that. I'm not worried about that.
right.
It's just a matter of like, do we actually want to go that route?
Yeah, I know on like personally, if for some reason this Twitch thing works out and people are like, "Hey, we'd love to sponsor you," I'd be like, "Absolutely, yeah." Like if the computer company NZXT, if they came to me and was like, "Hey, we'd love to sponsor you and send you a computer," I'd be like, "Absolutely, please, yes, I would love that."
And if I didn't have a sponsor, I would advertise merchandise.
I don't know something, but anyway, we have a Discord for the fans.
We do. Is it not linked? Oh, it's not linked. Hold
Put
up.
it, place a link
I
in the
got it.
chat. I don't think you
I
can
gotta.
make. I don't think you can make a permanent link for Discord. They're just like temporary links.
Yeah. Create.
Actually, that might
Invite.
not be true. I think you.
If you can figure out a way to do that,
Yeah,
that
I don't
would
know.
be very, very helpful.
Yeah,
I gotta make sure I got the right channel and not
I need to stop
our
biting my
Discord.
lips.
Yeah, having fun there.
Because I do it all the time, and I end up cutting my lips and making them like sore.
Command V.
I'm still doing it.
There we go. As I say, I looked over and you were still doing it.
Somebody said something about that last night. We were playing Valorant. And I was like, "Oh, dude, if you
On the stream?
yeah, no, I don't remember if it was on stream or after. Um, but somebody said about biting their lips, and I was like, "Oh, dude, if people start clipping my Twitch streams, you're just gonna see me biting my lips so often, because I just do it. It's just a habit."
Well, that was like instantaneous. Welcome, Bruce.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, so update on the quest that I was gonna do.
Yeah.
I have one guy who's still really down to do it,
Mhm.
and then the other ones are like, "Hey, we want to do it, but we're also in like 3 other campaigns, so like,
Right.
what is yours offer more than this one?" And I was like, honestly, don't really
Probably
got any.
nothing.
Probably nothing, honestly, if I'm being real.
I am at peace.
Yeah, honestly, if you have memes of us, I would love to see them. Personally, I would love to
Do
see
it,
them.
please. That would be amazing.
Put them in the chat, and I'll lose my freaking mind.
I mean, our clothing are basically memes. We have
Uh,
the hostile takeover. We have
Hostile
Evan is a
takeover.
disgrace.
Evan's a disgrace. I'm gonna be updating that one.
Oh,
I'm gonna be updating that one.
how? I want to know.
Well, you know how I started working on your logo today.
Yeah.
Evan, hold on. You've
Oh,
been
also, I'm
requested.
getting into D&D. Anyone care to help me? I will absolutely help you, Grizzly. What do you need help with? Like character creation, or like skills?
Okay. Background. If you need any background help, that's probably where I'll come into play.
I'm good at backgrounds.
Yes, I know, but that's like the only thing I can do.
Okay, fair enough. If you're trying to get into DMing, just do it. Like
Yeah,
honestly,
honestly.
learn as you go, because that's what I'm doing, and it's a blast. It's an absolute blast. Now if you're being a player and you're doing character creation and stuff, ask your DM because he probably has more knowledge. Um, and if it's someone who's played for years, that's even better.
Yeah.
But like me as a DM, when I go to DM a game, uh,
So
get yourself one of those trays. Get
get
yourself
yourself one of these.
get yourself at least. I have no idea what I'm doing. How do you dice? Get yourself a dice tray. Get yourself
At least
one or
2. I would
two.
recommend at least 2.
Yeah, I would recommend at least 2 sets of Just go on Amazon and put in D&D dice sets. There's like 7 dice in a set. You only need 2 of them.
It's a 3.
I have no DM. And I bought the starter kit. Oh, cool! The starter kit is super great. I think
Oh,
it
that's even
comes.
better.
I think it comes with a set of dice.
Yeah, it does.
It comes with pre-made characters, which is okay. Um, you just kind of need someone. I'm trying to set up games. Like I'm already DMing. I'm gonna be DMing the second start of the chaotic campaign. I'm
Okay,
DMing.
here's an idea.
Yeah,
Let's just throw this out there, right?
yeah.
I can do one on here for fans. We can do a fan, like we get a certain amount of our fans to play with us.
I would DM a fan game.
So we can work on that, Grizz, if that would help you out.
Yeah, that
Because
would
I
be
would be
amazing.
100% down for that.
It's all right. Um, if you do get into a game, you can go online and find games everywhere.
Yeah,
And if
honestly.
somebody's like, we don't want a new player in, you dodged a bullet. You absolutely dodged a bullet. I love teaching new players.
New
It's
players is a great thing.
it's one of my favorite things. Um, D&D is one of my favorite things. So introducing new players to it is like incredible because it's like talking about your favorite video game series to one of your friends.
Hmm.
It's like if I was talking to Bailey about Pokemon. Like I absolutely love Pokemon. And if Bailey was like, "Hey, I want to get into Pokemon. Where do you think I should start?" I'd be like, "Gen 3.
Gen 3.
Just go to Gen 3. Go to Gen
Which
3
is actually
and
where I
onwards."
started.
Yeah. You don't need to play the first two gens. They're just not as polished. Now, if you end up loving it, you're the nicest YouTubers.
See if I remember how to do it.
Um, you don't need to play the first two games. They're not as polished as the rest. Um,
I
now
would definitely say at some point go back.
if you end up liking it and loving the series and whatnot, go back and play them. I did that. I started at Gen 3 and went on, and I was like, hey, I should play at least the first gen because I love Pokemon and I've never played them. So I went back and I played Red. Um, it is
So you didn't go
a
back to yellow?
it is a mod. I played Yellow too.
I was just
I
messing.
played Red, Blue, and Yellow. But
Oh wow.
I haven't gotten through Silver and Gold yet, and I'm very disappointed because Gen 2 is like my favorite. Um,
I'm honestly surprised by that.
I know Gen 2 has some of my favorite mons. Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is my favorite Pokemon. Gen 2. Haven't played through. I've gotten to I think I got into Kanto, but I didn't finish Kanto.
Okay.
So
No, that makes
basically,
sense.
I finished the Johto League, but I didn't finish the Kanto League. But I've already finished the Kanto
Um,
League. Um,
yeah, no. So like, if we can get, because we're gonna be in person here pretty soon, so it's honestly gonna be a lot easier if we want to get a fan game set up. Okay, me, my mom, and my little sister are gonna play D&D when I figure out how to do it.
oh, oh,
How
that's so
does
cool.
how
Um,
does one use all the different dice?
okay,
That is what you're. All right, that's you, Ev.
yeah. I got this. I got this. Okay, so the the die that you're gonna use the most is your D20, your 20-sided die. Um, that looks like this. It's got a whole bunch of numbers on it, and it goes up to 20. There's 20. My camera's backwards. Um,
I'm still looking.
so um,
There it is.
so a D20, a 1 is a critical failure. No matter what you're doing, you do it, you biff it. You just absolutely blow it. A natural 20,
Like Evan falling out of a tree. What?
yeah.
Hmm? What? I know what they look like in the names, just not how to use them. It's honestly easier when you see them with the name, though.
Right. So a D20 is your main thing. You roll for initiative with a D20. You roll to attack with your D20. You roll for skill checks with your D20. Um, and if you're Grizzly, if you're gonna try and DM the game, because every game needs a DM. If you're gonna try to DM or somebody else is gonna DM, have them read the Dungeon Master's Manual. Um, it's a big book. It is a big book. Um,
It's
but
a
it's
lot.
very informational. And if while you're doing that, listen to a D&D podcast. Just listen to one. Trust me, it helps so much. Listen to it. Yeah, it'll be me because I started the idea. Okay, read the Dungeon Master's Manual. Uh, you can find all of this online. Like I bought uh I bought the player's handbook and that's it. That's the only thing I bought, and the dice, of course.
I
Um,
don't even have any
um, I found the rest online. Um, read the Dungeon Master's Guide. Get a PDF for the monster manual. D&D Beyond. You can also do D&D Beyond. But that doesn't have a lot of free stuff. You have to pay for most of it. Um,
which sucks.
I can find it's D&D Beyond is great. I'm not knocking D&D Beyond. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic resource. I personally don't have the money to spend on it, so I get a lot of my stuff for free. Um, it's not the best. Just Google Dungeon Master's Guide free online read and click on the any flip link.
Yeah, there's also DM's Guide is also a good place as well. They
Yeah,
have a lot of good resources.
yeah. Um, but you can find pretty much everything for free. And I use a interactive PDF for my character building. And for my players to character build. Um, I subscribe to a Patreon now. Uh, by More Purple More Better. That is his name. Um, it's an interactive PDF. It helps you immensely. It basically step by step walks you through. Um, Grizzly, for you as the DM, read the DM's guide, read it from cover to cover, and then read the player's handbook cover to cover. That will help you immensely. Um, Especially the player's guide. Are there apps that help too? Um,
Yes, actually.
not a lot. There's not a
Not
lot
for
that are like
DM so much. There's a lot of
free.
apps for players.
Yeah.
Uh,
Reroll is great for
Revol's
character
good.
building. Um,
Um, I think it's Spell Slot. Um,
yeah. Uh, Grizzly, since you're in the Discord now, I don't mind doing this. I don't care really. I will send you the interactive PDF file. All you need is a laptop with Adobe Acrobat Reader. You can get it for free, and it works extremely well.
Game Master 5 is pretty good. That's a good app.
Let's go over the dice a little bit more. So your D20 is your main rolling dice. That's for skill checks, initiative, all that kind of stuff. And then we'll go from smallest to largest. So a D4 is your triangle looking thing. You can also get them. Okay, so that will be a while because I lack the laptop. Okay. You can also do them on paper. Um,
Yep.
you can literally just Google like character sheets and print them out. Uh,
There's so many.
yeah, and actually, you'll even be better at it if you can make a character on a paper. Because I can't. I don't know how. But the player's handbook explains it. But I got it. I got it easy because I have the interactive PDF. Um, so a D4 is your little triangle dice here. Um, there are also ones that kind of look like a log that you can buy. They're fantastic. They roll
I
really
love
well.
those.
They roll really well. These really don't, but this is your basic D4. Um, D4s are used a lot for damage, and not much else. Um, yeah, you can use these as a DM to like if you're just making up the campaign as you go along. There's a town to roll the D4, the West.
I've seen him do it way too many times.
Yeah, I do it. I and when I'm building my worlds, I take a bunch of. I think I use D8s or D4s. I either use D8s or D4s. Throw them on a sheet of paper, outline them. There you go. You have a world. You have a whole continent now.
Oh, that's a lot better than what I did.
Yeah, D6. Your normal everyday dice. Again, a lot used for damage. Um, Depending on what it is, everything will tell you what kind of damage it is. So falling is a D6. Every 10 feet you fall is 1d6 of damage. Um, so like in our scrapped chaotic campaign, uh, Matt's character fell 30 feet into a pit. I made him
Uh,
take. I made him take. Well, actually, because of
no.
Bailey, he casted
Yeah.
Featherfall. That was great. Um, but he fell 30 feet into a pit filled with spikes. He was going to take 3d6 of damage. Um, let's see what's next. A d8. A d8 also used for damage. A lot of these are just damage dice.
Mhm.
Is what it is. Um,
And a lot of like you're using, like if you're what you're using, different spells or different weapons, they tell you
right.
what dice to roll.
Okay, in your opinion, is it better to start a pre-made campaign or make your own? If you have a bunch of knuckleheads, learn how to make your own.
Pretty much.
If if your mom and sister are going to follow a pre-made story, go with the pre-made story. Um, I jumped straight into homebrewing because I knew I was going to DM a ton of people who like, oh,
Chaotic.
this is the whole story. You know, this is the entire storyline. We're gonna get to here, and they're gonna derail it.
No, we haven't
So
even we haven't
now,
even left.
so
We've already.
now, so now you have the rest of this. The rest of this that's just gone. Uh, I have an expansive imagination. I don't think they would care. Yeah,
It's
it doesn't matter. Uh,
it's not so much what you can come up with as it is how quick can you be on the fly with all of a sudden they're now deciding to go into this tavern and you're like,
right.
now I gotta come up with the bartender and why he's there. It's not so much of how expansive it is, it's how fast you can improv something.
Yeah. Um.
What did they do there?
Yeah. You also just have to know. You actually don't need to know that much. You
No.
need to know what all of the skills are, and you need to know how people can use them. Lightning fast. Nice. And you need to know how to use the skills. You need to know what would be a stealth check, what would be an animal handling check, what would be a nature check, what would be a perception check, an insight check, an investigation check, um, athletics versus acrobatics. Um, you need to know what all of the attributes do. Sorry, baby.
Intimidation versus persuasion.
Intimidation versus persuasion. Um, persuasion versus deception is a huge one.
Yep.
That one uh, I get confused about a lot. Um, so yeah, it's a lot of just knowing your stuff. If someone plays a spellcaster, look it up on Google. Google every single spell. You don't know what it is? You don't know what it is? Google it.
Facts.
Just Google it. I do it all the time. I'm like, what is that? What's the language of that spell? Because language is huge in D&D. Language is huge. If a spell says like Green Flame Blade says that you can hit a target and then a ball of fire will jump from that target to another target.
Yep.
Now, if you're a DM like me and someone's like, "Can I use Green Flame Blade to hit the target and then have the fireball hit the same target?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. I don't care." Um, I've had people that are like, "Hey, there's this spell, but I don't really want to use it like that." Like there's a it might be a cantrip or a first level. I think it's a cantrip. Firebolt? Is Firebolt a cantrip? I think it's a cantrip.
No, I think it's a first level. I'm gonna look it up on my thing real quick just to double check,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure.
My brain ran away. Um, but like Firebolt is one of the lowest level damaging spells. There are not a lot of damaging spells that are like lightning or thunder damage. But there's a lot that are fire. So if someone's like, "Hey, can I do Firebolt but make it a a poison.
Oh,
It is a cantrip, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Um, if it's can I do firebolt, but instead of fire, can I make it poison damage? Sure, that's cool. Um, it's really just like you're the DM. What you say goes, basically. Now don't get me wrong. The
Careful.
DMs are not dictators. You are you're not even the storytellers. Your your players are the storytellers. You are merely the one that explains it.
I think Quest put it best when they were explaining their version of the DM, where they basically were like, "This is your guide. They do nothing other than show you the way."
Yep. Okay, really quick. I appreciate you guys so much for this. You are genuinely great people. Hey, I love D&D, and I'm happy that you're getting into it. It's awesome. Um, and we will definitely think about making a campaign for our fans. Because
Yeah.
I know Nick wants to play more campaigns.
Mhm.
I know I want to DM more campaigns. I didn't think I would love DMing as much as I do.
You really, when we were first talking about like the chaotic campaign, you were like, "Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna like DMing," like, because I knew you were like, "I'm gonna
I
love being a player."
love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I get to be so many people.
Oh, that's what I love about it is you get to be everyone.
You get to be so many people. Um, for the campaign that I'm uh about to run, um, I have all my players, and then I made 4 other characters that they can go up and talk to and be like, "Hey, do you want to join the party for an adventure?" Because like I love playing my own campaigns too. Um, it's the best of both worlds. So I can, if one of them is like, "Hey, I can't make it," if one of them is like, "Hey, it's been a while, I'm kind of burnt out," I can be like, "All right, that's fine. Do you guys want to pick up somebody else to help you?" And that's why I made them, and I gave them choices. Like that's also a big thing as a DM. Give your players choices. Do
Hmm.
not do not cut and dry. This is the only way to go. No, no. The greatest thing about a role playing game is the role playing. You are your character. You are not yourself playing a video game that has a dimensional line from start to end. That's not how it is. Okay, when I think of DM, I think, from what I've absorbed, there's someone tells the stories of others, like an old man who's telling his grandson the tales of heroes. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Your job as a DM is to tell the story of your players and create encounters. And that's
I
and
think.
that's and that's monster encounters, that's
Yeah,
people encounters, that's okay, what's the next city? What's the next town? Uh what does the map look like? Um
a good example of having to think on your feet. We had a session when we were playing Quest. I was the DM, and one of the players who I kind of heavily inspired the what I had planned for around his character and everything. And I now have the other ones, and I'm like, "Oh, what do I do here?" And so I was like, "Screw it! I'm gonna just pull stuff out of thin air, and we're just gonna see what happened." And so and they all say it was one of the best campaigns they've done, but I had no idea what was going to happen by the end of it. I was just like, I know where they need to be next. So whatever happens here will happen. And
right.
they ended up in a prison. One of them ended up disguised as a prison guard that I didn't know he could do.
Yep.
And it was a mess, but it was honestly a lot of fun. So when
It
you're
was
the
awesome.
DM, biggest thing is like, yes, your players are having fun. That's important. But are you, as the DM, also having fun? Because it is equally important that you're going to be,
Yes.
if you're encouraged and you're excited about the story, then your players are going to be reverberating that back.
If you're kind of like, I don't even really want to be here, then your players are going to feel that and they're going to be like, all right, why are we even here? Because nobody's
Like,
having fun.
what are we doing?
um, and you said about Skyrim. Exactly.
Yep.
It is an open world RPG story.
Yep.
Um,
Make your own choices.
I know that the I keep saying the campaign I'm about to DM. Um, I took heavy influence from the anime Fairy Tale. Um, the world is guild based. The government is mainly guild based. Um,
Hmm.
but I have major cities, like the capital city, doesn't have a guild. I have major cities that don't have guilds. They're just known for something. Like there's a dwarven city of smiths and like craftsmen. That's what they're known for. But there's
That's dope.
also the Dwarven Fist Guild, which is not in that city, and they're also known for their craftsmanship.
Oh, that's dope.
Um, I created this campaign um for all new players. Um, a couple of them who played a long time ago, not in fifth edition, and basically don't remember anything. Um, I created it to kind of be like, hey, you get to pick what you do. I'm just here to tell you what I've come up with for you.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm gonna give them options. Uh, I know that a lot of them love to just go and kill monsters, which is perfect for
You.
me. I love that. I love that. But like my players, my players are like, we just want to kill stuff. I'm like, okay, I can do that. Absolutely. Um, it's also like it's also a lot of what do your players want from the campaign.
Yep.
Um, I know I love combat campaigns. I love them. I love combat.
You're a murder hobo.
No, I'm not a murder. I'm not a murder hobo. I just love killing monsters. Um, I would never go into a town and start slaughtering everyone.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. I'll give
I
you that.
would never go up to a guard and just kill him because he looked at me funny. Like there are players that would do that. I don't like those kind of players.
No. They
Um,
ruin everything.
they really do. I know I have a rule for my campaigns. You can be any okay. If I make my own story, doesn't matter the level of advancement. The mainland, but no,
Oh,
it's really
really?
not. I do basic stuff and then I flesh it out as I go. Um, the mainland is more mid level, but there are smaller continents
Is that
where like
acceptable? Is
order
not is
lumbering
not
is
is not a
acceptable.
question you need to be
Of
asking.
course it is. It's always acceptable.
Yes.
Whatever you've come up with is acceptable.
Yes.
Um, yeah, there's no is that acceptable? It's what can you come up with that you think your players would like?
Yep.
Like I created a giant continent with two smaller islands next to it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm
Created.
doing. I
I
created
created a giant land that was a whole island side, but each thing was divided into their own cities. Like it just depends on what you want to create and what
yeah,
you want to give your players.
right. It's not here's the thing. If you have the right players, they don't care where they're playing. They just
Yep.
want to play. And
Yep.
whatever you give them, they're gonna be like, this is sick. This is awesome. Because if they're appreciative of your effort, it's gonna be awesome. Um, it's a lot of effort. I know. I was at a bachelor party and we played D&D there. Um, it was a ton of fun. Um, but here's another thing that would like if you're not having fun, then there's no point in doing it.
Yep.
Uh, we were playing and um, there were a couple people who just I was trying to talk and go along with the story and they just weren't listening. They were having their own conversations and
Mm,
I would just sit there and I'd be like I can either wait until you guys are done or you can listen
hmm.
cuz like I'm doing this because you said you wanted to play D&D. I'm not doing this because I want to play D&D, because I can't play it alone,
No.
and I'm a DM. You tell me that you want to play, and I'll DM. But if I don't see that you actually want to play, I'm not going to do it. Because it's a
Yeah.
lot of effort, it's a lot of time out of my day to create these campaigns, to create encounters, to create a enjoyable experience. So they were
Yep.
just I felt very disrespected. And I was like, I'm pretty sure word for word I said, if you guys don't want to do this, we don't have to. And like I knew that they did. And I knew that there was a player on my right and my left who were at me the entire time.
Mhm.
I was like, these guys want to play. These guys for sure want to play. And there were a couple other people that were watching me and listening, and I'm like, these guys want to play. The other guys, I can't tell. So I was like, listen, we don't have to do this. We don't have to play D&D. We can go do something else where we're all having fun. Because honestly, I'm not having fun. I created a one shot for you guys, and I can't even get through my first dialogue. I created hours. Now I was making it up as I go, but I had spent hours thinking about, okay, what kind of campaign can I do for a one shot? I've never made a one shot before. What can I do? I created a bachelor party themed one shot.
Oh, that's dope.
It was they all were at a tavern having a bachelor party, yucking it up. They all blacked out at some point during the night, woke up in a cave, and heard a thunderous voice go, I have your friend, the groom. I have your friend. If you don't if you don't finish if you don't if you don't beat my dungeon, come and find me and defeat me within 72 hours, I am going to kill your friend.
I love every bit of that.
That was it. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got ideas up here for even the dungeon. Like the first cavern that they entered, it was a circular sort of shape, and it had a big a stalagmite meets stalactite kind of column in the center.
Is there a canon world in D&D, or is it all self-contained?
There is a canon world.
Yeah.
There's a pantheon of gods, many.
Many.
Yeah, you can find that stuff all over the place.
Also, what's a one shot? A one shot is basically you're getting that. Pretty much, you have either one session or 3 sessions where you're just knocking it out, and it's just like characters are coming in. You probably won't reuse these characters afterwards.
A one shot
just
is
this thing.
a one shot is basically a one session campaign.
Yeah.
It's just a really short campaign.
We have one. We have one on the channel actually. Because you and Matt were at camp, and I didn't know what to do for Let's Chat, so I grabbed David and Zach, and we did a quest one shot.
Oh, cool! I forgot about that. Yeah.
So that's actually on here.
I would love to DM a one shot for you guys. That'd be awesome. That'd be so
we
cool.
can get that production.
And I did this one shot at a high level. I did it at level 15.
Oh my god!
Which nobody gets to. The guy who had the most experience there at the bachelor party, he was like, the farthest I've ever gotten is level 7. I'm like, well, you better hang on to your britches, because we're doing a level 15 one shot.
Good lord! Imagine the spells.
Oh, it's insane.
Oh my word!
I had them fighting 2 Death Knights.
Oh my gosh!
Which are Challenger rating 17. And they had like 18,000 experience each. Crazy, huge monsters. They have a once a day ability that lets them do 10d6 of fire damage plus 10d6 of necrotic damage. They can do up to 120 damage in one hit. And it's an area of effect. It is a 20-foot diameter area of effect. It's insane. We had 6 players. I hit 5 of them with one hit. And did like 86 damage.
And they were still standing.
Yeah. The barbarian had 210 HP. At level 15, things get crazy.
Oh my word.
Yeah. So it is like a comic. It is a quick one-issue story. Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you need to wrap? Evan, any last words? Any last notes?
Get into D&D. Read up on it. Listen to podcasts. Search stuff on YouTube. There's a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Look up Adventure Academy. It's from Dropout. They've got some language, but super good. They've got an entire series of the DM of Dropouts Dimension 20, their D&D show series. Fantastic. I learned so much. Read the DM's guide, read the player's handbook. That's all you need. Look over the other stuff and figure out what you want to do. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, we'll do. When is the Twitch thing going down? Probably around 8, I think. I think I'll do it around 8.
We'll link his stuff.
Twitch.tv/AwesomeDog92.
It's in the chat. It's a little bit further ahead. And then we'll probably link it on the channel as well.
Oops.
You'll have your graphics at some point in time this week.
That's fine. I'm not in a rush or anything.
Neither am I. That's why you'll get it at some point in time. All right, y'all. It's been real. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week.
Thanks for stopping by.
With that,